But even if that's not established, okay, I've had learners, you won't believe, they were not able to make a single sentence. So I
Okay.
start with basics, as in, what
Uh,
is your name? Then
uh,
answer, like, for example, how are you, Kavita?
yeah, very much fine and a bit in good mood today.
Okay, 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 okay. I hope you've been doing well. Are you doing well?
If I say no, it would be a long story to tell. Rather,
Okay,
let's say yes and let's continue and move forward. I feel I have been dealing with some issues in my life, really bad
okay.
issues. I have
All right.
lost somebody very special in my life.
I hope you give yourself some time.
Hmm,
Okay. You're learning here. I really respect that. But I really hope you give yourself some time. It's necessary to heal.
hmm.
Very necessary to heal. Okay. I know.
And I am recording this video for YouTube, and this will be uploaded on my channel. So, a little introduction from your side, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'll introduce myself, but first I'll tell you that the first advice that I feel like I should give you is give yourself some time. Take a break
Right.
if you want to. Okay. Be very well
Okay.
and
Hmm,
take care
hmm.
of yourself. So, Kavita, my name is Insha. Okay.
Insha. Yeah, I heard it, but I couldn't pronounce it properly. I thought maybe I pronounced it incorrectly. It might hurt you. Insha. I thought it's Insha Mustaq,
It's
right?
Insha Mushtaq. Okay.
Mushtaq. Okay. Yeah.
So, Kavita, I am from Srinagar. All
Okay.
right.
Kashmir.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
Kashmir. And I'm currently located in Delhi. I'm a
Delhi.
research scholar. I've been
Huh.
teaching. I've been
Okay.
researching. Okay, so
Researching.
this is a little bit of my.
Researching. Researching in which field?
So my research field is federalism. Okay,
Federalism. What
federal
major
studies.
topic does it cover? I mean, which
So it's
domain
a
does it cover?
yeah, yeah.
Subject?
It's sort of a subsidiary, or not a really subsidiary,
Hmm.
a branch of political science. Okay.
Political science. Okay. That's what I mean to ask. Political science.
Yes,
Okay.
political science, and we work towards the intergovernmental relationships, as
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
the institutions,
Hmm.
federal institutions,
Hmm.
decentralized
Hmm.
institutions. Tell me more about
Okay.
yourself,
But I
Kavita.
feel the
Where are you
network
from?
is creating error in bit. Okay, you asked me about me. I am from Maharashtra, Mumbai. I am working as an academic content writer, and along with that, I teach
Okay.
chemistry. My career has been from science, so I teach chemistry. Along with that, I also take English classes. So here I have not joined for learning, but I've joined to
Okay.
interact with teachers and review Clapingo in a very well manner and upload it on my channel so that viewers come to know more about Clapingo. And if they feel like
Oh, that's great.
improving themselves, so they can come here and join with you.
So,
One question I had.
Kavita,
Hmm? Yeah, please.
yeah, yeah,
You please
yeah.
ask.
Please. No, no, you ask me a question. That's fine.
The question is, if somebody who is a complete beginner in English, who doesn't understand well, who cannot speak proper sentences, like I have seen mostly in Clap and Go, students, those who come here are able to speak. They are managed to understand and they are able to speak very well, quite well, only here and there errors. Right? If somebody is completely a beginner, should he or
Mm-hmm.
she join
Mm-hmm.
Clapingo? Will this Clapingo help a beginner English speaker? Because time limit is too less, and I feel a complete beginner, if he is unable to answer it in English, and usually Clapingo tutors speak to them in English. So I feel that there's something like beginner should know about Clapingo. This is what.
Mm-hmm. 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 So I'll tell you something, Kavita.
Hmm,
From my experience here, I
hmm,
feel like this place, or this platform
hmm,
is best for a beginner as well as an intermediate person. Okay.
hmm,
Sometimes you also get experts, okay, like
hmm,
yourself,
hmm,
right? So for a beginner, the platform is good,
hmm.
right? But beginner faces a lot of challenges, as in
Right.
nervous, or she's
Hmm,
nervous,
hmm,
and then there are hurdles. Sometimes you
hmm,
get, I've often seen many
hmm,
many speakers, many learners are
hmm,
intimidated, as in
hmm,
once they see a person talking to them in
hmm,
English,
hmm.
they
Yeah.
understand that, oh my god, what's happening to me. Okay,
Right.
they're
Right.
very,
Right.
they're startled. Okay,
Right.
it's
Right.
very overwhelming for them.
Hmm,
Okay,
hmm,
I personally, and I believe many learners and speakers face this issue.
hmm,
Okay, But what we have been told in training, as well as from our own experience, now I think I've been here for over a year, I feel
Okay.
like many speakers and learners need to gel well together first. Okay. For any beginner, he or she needs to pick a teacher, a
Hmm.
speaker who they are
Hmm.
most comfortable with.
Hmm.
Sometimes what happens is sometimes even I am not good for someone. Okay.
Right. Right.
They might not feel that level of relatability. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Relatability in the sense sometimes I'm too fast for someone.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, and I do ask for feedback, though it
Hmm.
gets very overwhelming for them. So they
Hmm.
then switch to another speaker and
Hmm.
then they come back
Right.
after sessions.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, give me.
Connectivity matters with a particular tutor. You feel comfortable, then you go
Yes,
feel like
absolutely.
going to that teacher again and again because they
Absolutely.
know you. Hmm.
In demo sessions, we try to, at least I try to make them comfortable. Okay. But even if that's not established, okay, I've had learners you won't believe they were not able to make a single sentence. So I
Okay.
start with basics, as in what
Huh?
is your name? They'd
Huh?
answer like, for example,
Hmm.
Shweta.
Hmm.
And I
Huh?
tell them, okay, you answer like this.
Huh?
My name is
Okay,
Shweta.
this is what I was expecting from your end. This is actually what you said was expected from my end. I was listening to you very carefully to get to hear this that if a beginner who is unable to frame sentences, can he get the help from the tutor that
Yes.
we are here to help you frame the sentences, speak like this? This is the
Okay.
most important thing I
Yes.
feel.
Sometimes we have beginners who cannot even make these sentences. Then,
Hmm, right.
and even though it's not right to use vernacular
Hmm,
tongue, for example,
hmm,
Hindi,
right.
I have to give them a feedback
Hmm,
first in
hmm,
Hindi, then
hmm,
have to extract the feedback from them.
hmm,
And
right.
that is with very careful consideration that they might be nervous.
Okay,
Okay.
yes,
Slow
yes.
process. It's a slow
Huh,
process. It is a very
hmm,
meticulous process.
hmm,
But it is a process. It is if you're consistent with this process, with any process in the world, if you're consistent, it will give you results. And I've
right.
seen people go from not being able to speak very
Very well.
proficiently. Okay.
All of us, I feel we are not born with English language. We are made to speak better and we improve every day by regular
Mhm.
practice. So it's with all of us that when we practice regularly, all of us see development in us, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And
My question is over.
most importantly, I feel with a someone who's an absolute beginner, come
Hmm,
to Clapingo with a very
hmm,
clear mind
hmm.
and know that people will help you. If they don't
Yes,
help you, then please give us that feedback as well that someone
right,
is not helping.
right.
If someone is being rude, please
Hmm,
notify. I'm sure the platform will take action.
hmm,
Okay, but don't be
right.
intimidated and do not give yourself chance.
Hmm, hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
give
even I
yourself.
have noticed after the Clapingo session ends, after every
Mhm,
sessions, we get ratings and stars. How many stars would you like to give the tutor? And
mhm,
was it on time? Did you face any error? Whatever your
mhm,
feedbacks are, you can mention it down. So if
mhm.
anybody is facing any problems with this tutor or anything, they can mention it down in the feedback and let the owner know about it, right?
Yes, yes. Second most important thing, and I think many people underestimate that, is the recording of this session. Okay,
Record.
you need to go back. Many people don't do this because
Mm-hmm.
there's this.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
totally understand. There's this embarrassment. Also, even if I have to evaluate myself on a
Mm-hmm.
video that I have myself shot is very, it's very tiresome. Gets very overwhelming. Also, you over criticize yourself. You're very
Yeah.
very critical of
That I
yourself.
have not spoken well, I should have done little better, and then you
I
don't feel like
request
looking at
students,
yourself.
yes, I request students not to do that. Go back to your sessions.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Understand and also go back to the teacher, to the
Right,
speaker.
right,
Ask yourself where can I improve? Okay, if she's
right,
speaking this in this manner, for example,
right.
pronunciation of something,
Hmm. Hmm.
grammar of something,
Hmm.
using supplementary words for something. How
Hmm.
can I use this?
Hmm.
The
Right.
speaker is here to help you, not criticize
Hmm.
you.
Hmm.
He's also your friend. The
Right,
teacher is
right.
also your how do I say this, teacher, as well as he's a friendly critique.
Right.
Take the
Hmm.
criticism in your
Hmm.
stride. It is constructive most of the time. Please don't be offended.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what
Right.
sometimes I personally give homeworks to
Hmm.
certain
Students.
learners. Yeah. For example, they'll tell me,
Hmm.
we are
Hmm.
reading this. So
Hmm.
what I do is I tell them, okay, read a paragraph today from another book. Listen to
Okay.
your
Huh.
favorite actor in
Hmm.
an interview. Okay. And
Hmm.
practice in the mirror. Talk to yourself.
Hmm.
Talk to people who
Right.
you can in English. It's very, very
Right.
important.
Right. Right.
Any further questions?
Uh, One question and a very well explained answer. I feel I don't need anything extra to be explained more than this. I found a perfect answer for this. Thank you.
Okay, Kavita, tell me one more thing. Since you live in Mumbai and
Hmm.
you've also lived in UP, do you
Yeah,
feel like there's a difference?
a huge difference. A huge difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here, the life stays busy all the time. I don't have time for anything. But when I visit there in UP, I have ample of time to look out after myself. Here, when I stay, I have lots and lots of work. I don't have time to spend with my family too because I keep myself so much occupied with all other works. My morning class, my afternoon content writing work, evening class, and everything that I feel like I need some space. And when I need some space, I visit my native place. That's the
Oh,
major difference I've found in Mumbai and
okay,
UP. It's
okay, okay.
it's really peaceful going there and spending some meaningful time with your family and members. Really, it just
Okay.
refreshes completely.
That's really wonderful. Tell me something, Kavita, and I think this might be a question that you might be able to answer very,
Okay.
very nicely. Do
Hmm.
you feel like writing English is difficult or speaking English is difficult?
Writing English is quite easier. Quite easier. You have enough time to think
Mm.
about it, cut the sentence, rewrite it. You have enough
Oh,
time. But while speaking, you have to be quite instant. You
mm,
cannot just take time to use the grammar. Which grammar is perfect here? What should I be using? You cannot just tell the teacher, wait, let me frame sentence in English first. This had is to come here or have used to come. You don't have time. There you have to be instant. So writing, I only want to say my viewers who all are watching me that if you continuously keep writing, I don't say that it's wrong a habit. You have to frame that habit because writing is also a creative art. You need to have that too, because there are many people who are able to speak but they don't chronologically speak. They have some other ways. I don't know what they say. I don't understand many a times. They are speaking English very well, but from where they start and where they end, it's completely ill arranged, not in a perfect manner. So writing gives you that perfection when you can start from the beginning, make yourself think about it, and come to the conclusion by the end of your writing. But speaking is quite different. You have to be very good at speaking. This is communication. Communication comes through speaking. At the end, you are going to speak to the world. You're going to face everyone. There, you have to be presentable and confident too.
mhm.
Completely
Yes.
different task.
Also, what you're saying is absolutely correct.
Hmm.
Sometimes people are able to speak, but they do not have a particular way. As in,
Right,
there's no articulation.
right, right.
Articulation is very necessary,
Hmm.
both in writing and in
Hmm.
speaking, or
The way you
even like,
answered, ma'am, when I asked you that where should a beginner start from, you completely started when you cannot frame a sentence from there to how you can come to an advanced level.
mhm,
You just did not say yes or no, because there are some students whom I have been teaching English. When I ask
mhm,
them a particular question, they can directly come to the conclusion without
mhm,
even understanding to what point am I expecting from their side. They
mhm,
completely come to the yes, I can't speak, yes and no. If you just sit saying yes and no, if you're not taking the initiative to speak more, how will you learn? If the tutor is speaking on, your time limit will be over. You won't
mhm,
get a chance to speak. The speaker is quite well. She doesn't have to speak and understand you. You have
mhm.
to speak and speaker has to understand you. To take
Yes,
initiative to speak more from your end. Use that time interval which tutor has given you to speak more. Right?
it requires a leap of faith.
Hmm.
Absolutely,
Right.
I believe it does, because
Hmm.
coming out of for everyone, coming out of their comfort zone is very
Hmm.
difficult. Okay,
Difficult.
for all the viewers, I think, who are watching, I think everyone should take that
Right.
leap of faith. It's very necessary, because I don't think we live in medieval ages anymore.
Hmm. No,
Although
none of us.
sometimes I really wish we could go back to old times, but
Huh.
we cannot.
Right.
This
Right.
is the world we live in,
We cannot.
and we
If
have
you
to.
go back and stay steady at that place, you won't see any improvement in you ever. You will stay where
Growth
you
is
are.
necessary.
So
Absolutely, absolutely.
growth is
Growth is
necessary.
very
I
necessary.
think our session is going to end.
Yes, it's going to end, and I think I'll quickly give you my feedback, although I don't think that much is needed here. You're a wonderful
Okay.
speaker, Kavita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Also,
Thank you.
a wonderful teacher. Also, you've been
Thank you,
asking the
ma'am.
right questions. You've been answering very correctly. I feel like Kavita, you're one of those people who takes the initiative of creating linguistic literacy, as in
Hmm.
English language
Hmm.
awareness.